So welcome students. In this video we are going to discuss exercise 2.4 last question, that is factorizing cubic polynomial. Now before going to this particular question, let me recall few concepts, children. So in previous questions you have factorized quadratic polynomial, and you might have seen that quadratic polynomial can have two linear polynomials as factor. I'm saying can have. So if the degree of given polynomial is 2, that is quadratic polynomial, how many linear polynomials can be factors? So we say at most 2. At most 2 means why? Why at most 2? Because it can have maximum 2 linear polynomials as factor. Similarly, if you have cubic polynomial, it can have at most 3. What we are saying, it may have at most 3, means it can have 0, it can have 1, it can have 2, it can have 3 linear polynomials as factor, not more than that. Is it okay? The second important thing is, if you just see the x plus a into x plus b, what is the last term if you expand these two this product? So it will be ab. And what are the zeros of the polynomial? Those are minus a and minus b. Are you getting? Why minus a and minus b? Because x plus a is equated to 0, so you will get x is equal to minus a. And here you will get x is equal to minus b. So minus a and minus b are the zeros of the polynomial. And what is the last term of that particular polynomial? It is ab. So now children, what can we infer from this? So if the last term is 6, that is constant term is 6, what are the factors of 6? So you can have plus minus 1, plus minus 2 now. Now we are taking negative values also. So factors are 1, 2, 3 and 6. So how many possibilities we can have? So plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3, plus minus 6. Out of these, some are the zeros of polynomial. So suppose I take one example that to clear you, it is x square plus 5x plus 6. What are the factors of 6? So again you have 8 combination, that is plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 3 and plus minus 6. If you find zeros of this particular polynomial, those will be x is equal to minus 2 and minus 3. Is it okay? So how many zeros are there? 2 zeros are there. And those are minus 2 and minus 3. So can we obtain or can we guess these values from the constant term? So we say yes. What is the constant term? AB. So what are the possible values of zeros? So those will be factors of 6. And you have to consider both the values, plus and negative values. Is it true for cubic polynomial? So yes. X plus a into x plus b into x plus c. Suppose we take. Is it okay? So I'm not interested in the remaining terms in this particular product, but the last term will be ABC. This is very sure. So zeros of the polynomial can be guessed from the factors of constant term. I'm using the word can be guessed. Now these two things are used to factorize cubic polynomial. So let us go to the question. So now the question is factorize, and the first is x cube minus 2x square minus x plus 2. Now here solution, we write first the given polynomial as p of x, and now we focus on the constant of 2. Now what are the possible values? We guess again plus minus 1, plus minus 2, because 2 has only 2 factors. So how many values are possible? 4. Now look at the polynomial p of x. Here 2 terms are negative and 2 are positive. So in this case, we should always go with first positive values. Is it okay? Now plus 1 or plus 2. Now sometimes you need to take or do more attempts to get the zeros of the polynomial. Now how will you check which value is the zero of polynomial out of these 4? So we will use factor theorem. So we will go with p of 1 first. Now let us try for 1. So p of 1 we will see. What is the value of p of 1? So it is coming 1 cube minus 2 into 1 square minus 1 plus 2. So 1 minus 2 minus 1 plus 2. The value is 0. What does it indicate? It indicates that x minus 1 is factor of p of x. If you do not get 0 at p of 1, then you will go for another value, that is p of minus 1. If you do not get that also, then you will go for plus 2 and minus 2. So you are going to verify whether any of these 4 value is 0 of the polynomial. As soon as it is 0 of the polynomial, you can obtain first linear factor by using factor theorem. So if 1 is 0 of the polynomial, x minus 1 is a factor. So now we are able to decide factor of cubic polynomial, one factor of cubic polynomial, and that is x minus 1. Now how to do the remaining? So you must have seen prime factorization. So suppose I take 676 as a number. How do I factorize that number? First I divide it by 2, then I get quotient. Then quotient is divided to get another factor. And this process continues. Same process we are going to do with polynomial. So as we have got one linear polynomial, for getting the other factor, we will divide p of x by x minus 1. And that is long division. So let us go for long division. So we have written p of x. What is the divisor? X minus 1. Now first quotient term is x cube upon x, that is x square. Now multiply x square into x, that is x cube, and x square into minus 1, that is minus x square. Subtraction. So sign will change. X cube minus x cube will cancel each other, and minus 2x square plus x square. So minus 2x square plus x square will be, it will be minus x square. These are the points wherein the most mistakes are made. Is it okay? Instead of minus x square, you write it x square. Is it okay? So children, remember, you have to be very careful this. So here you will get minus x square. Now bring the remaining two terms down. So minus x square minus x plus 2. Now minus x square upon x, it will be minus x. So quotient term will be minus x. Multiply. So minus x square plus minus x into minus 1, it will be plus x. Again subtraction, sign will change. Minus x square plus x square will cancel each other. Minus x into minus x. Minus x, not into. So it will be minus 2x. Is it okay? Again the possibility of mistake. Is it okay? So now it will be minus 2x plus 2. Now minus 2x upon x, that will be minus 2. So it will be minus 2x plus 2. Subtraction. And you get remainder as 0. So this is confirmation that x minus 1 is factor of the given polynomial. And what is the other factor? X square minus x minus 2. So we write down p of x is equal to x minus 1 into x square minus x minus 2. Now it is again a quadratic polynomial, x square minus x minus 2. So can we do it by splitting middle term method? So yes, so factorizing x square minus x minus 2. Now la constant term is minus, that means you have to factorize 2 such that difference of 2 factors should be minus 1. So it will be x square minus 2x plus x minus 2. Taking x common, so x minus 2 plus, from x minus 2 we are taking 1 common, that is x minus, again 1 into x minus 2. Now x minus 2 can be taken common, so you get x minus 2 into x plus 1. So these are factors of the quadratic polynomial x square minus x minus 2. So finally, how many factors did we obtain now? We have obtained 3. The first one was x minus 1 by trial and error method, and the secondly 2 factors which we obtained by splitting the middle term of quadratic polynomial to getting division. After doing division. So now the p of x is equal to x minus 1 into x minus 2 into x plus 1. You can write it in another way also, that is x plus 1 into x minus 1 into x minus 2. Is it clear? So I hope you have understood how to factorize cubic polynomial. So let us go for the next problem also. Now here it is x cube minus 3x square minus 9x minus 5. So again we write p of x is equal to same polynomial. Now 5 we have, so we have 4 possible values again. 5's factor are 1 and 5, so plus minus 1 plus minus 5. Now possible values of 0, we try and by trial and error we fix one of the 0. Again here there are more negative number terms, so we will go with minus value first. Is it okay? Because there are more negative, all 3 terms are negative, so I have selected minus 1 first. So p of minus 1 I have taken. So minus 1 whole cube, minus 3 into minus 1 square, minus 9 into minus 1, minus 5. So minus 1 cube will be minus 1, minus 1 square will be 1, and minus 9 into minus 1, it will be plus 9. So let us go for the step. It is minus 1, minus 3, plus 9, minus 5. Now here most of the student write plus 3 instead of minus 3. So they have to be very careful in getting the values. Is it okay? So now minus 1 minus 3 it will be minus 4, minus 4 minus 5 it will be minus 9, plus 9 will cancel each other. So the remainder is, the value of p of minus 1 is coming 0. Use factor theorem. If p of minus 1 is 0, minus 1 is, then which is the factor? Of course, x plus 1. X plus 1 is factor of p of x by factor theorem. Is it okay? One factor is decided. How will you decide the second factor? By division. So we have written p of x. Divisor is x plus 1. First quotient term will be x square. So x cube plus x square. Subtraction. Sign will change. So it will be minus 3x square minus x square minus 4x square. Then bring the other two terms down. Now the quotient term will be minus 4x square upon x. So it will be minus 4x. Multiply. So minus 4x square minus 4x. Change the sign. Again you will find minus 4x square plus 4x square will cancel. And here you will get minus 5x. Minus 5. Quotient term will be minus 5 because minus 5x upon x will be minus 5. So minus 5 sign will change. You will get minus 5x plus 5x will be 0. Minus 5 plus 5 will be 0. And hence x plus 1 is factor and the other factor is x square minus 4x minus 5. So we write p of x is equal to product of two factors, but one of the factor is quadratic. So let us factorize it again by splitting middle term. So it will be x square minus 5x plus x minus 5 because here also last term is minus 5. So here again minus, last term is minus 5. So here you will get the factors of 5 as 5 and 1 and the difference should be 4. So it will be x square minus 5x plus x minus 5. Take x common, so it will be x minus 5. Then here 1 will be taken common, x minus 5. So now x minus 5 into x plus 1. So there are two factors we have obtained. So therefore we write p of x is equal to x plus 1 into x minus 5 into x plus 1. Or you can rearrange and write it as x plus 1 into x plus 1 into x minus 5. Let us quickly go to the third problem, children. Now third problem, last term is 20. So you have more values. Is it okay? But need not to worry. So we write again solution p of x and then 20 is equal to plus minus 1, plus minus 2, plus minus 4, plus minus 5 and so on. Now all the terms are positive. All the terms are positive. That means no positive value will be 0 of the polynomial. Is it okay? So here to directly you will go for all negative values. So we will try for p of minus 1. So we put the value minus 1 cube plus 13 into minus 1 square plus 32 into minus 1 plus 20. So now you get minus 1 plus 13 minus 32 plus 20 and you will find it comes to be 0. That means p of minus 1 is 0. It means x plus 1 is factor of p of x. So we have decided. Now everywhere we are getting in one step only. First attempt we are getting 0 of the polynomial. But in examination or for other cubic polynomial you need to do more attempts. Is it okay? Sometimes you require 3 attempts. So that is expected from you. Here in first attempt you are getting 0 of the polynomial, that is p of minus 1 is coming 0. So x plus 1 is factor of p of x by factor theorem. Now division, so we have written p of x, divisor is x plus 1, first term will be x square again. So it will be x square plus x cube plus x square. Now subtraction, so 12x square, bring the other two terms down. So now the next quotient will be 12x. So 12x square plus 12x, that is again subtraction. So you get 20x plus 20. Then quotient term is 20 and then 20x plus 20. So answer is 0. So answer means remainder is 0. So now which two factors you have obtained, children? You have obtained here two factors. One is x plus 1 which we decided earlier and another factor x square plus 12x plus 20. Which is a quadratic polynomial. So let us factorize it. So we write p of x is equal to x plus 1 into x square plus 12x plus 20. Factorizing it by splitting middle term. Now 12x, see the last term is positive. So you have to factorize 20 such that sum of those two factors should be 12. Now 10 twos are 10 2s are 20 and 10 plus 2 12. So we factorize it and split the middle term as x square plus 2x plus 10x plus 20. So now here x into x plus 2, taking common from two terms and 10 from last two terms, that is 10 into x plus 2. So x plus 2 into x plus 10, and here we get the factors as p of x is equal to x plus 1 into x plus 2 into x plus 10. So these are the factors. Is it okay? So summarizing the process for factorizing cubic polynomial, what we need to do, we have to first guess or first fix one linear polynomial as factor, then division to get the quadratic polynomial, and then splitting it again by middle term, factorizing it by splitting the middle term and getting three linear factors. But let me tell you, every time you may not get three linear factors, linear polynomials as factor. You may get sometimes one only, or sometimes 3. Is it okay? Now we will have solve many problems based on this as assignments, and last problem of this particular question will be homework. Now that particular polynomial is in y. So instead of p of x, what will you write? You will write it as p of y. Is it okay? So children, do that problem and send me the solution image. Is it clear? I hope you have understood this concept. So thank you.